Good morning, Kat.
Good morning, Tiffany.
Happy Friday, y'all. We are here with finally the first full weekend in June.
I'm so excited the season has begun.
Yeah, me too. The weather hasn't been quite so promising these last couple weekends, but hoping that'll change here soon. We are at the National Weather Service here in Morehead City with Carle Barnes. He's going to talk with us about our potential hurricane season. If we're going to be rainy, if it's going to dry up a little bit. Yeah, anything you can share with us.
Are we going to have good fishing weather for Big Rock?
Ooh, yes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Predictions, yeah. So yeah, Carl, go ahead.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming. We're always happy to have people here. We're right here. We're at your local National Weather Service office. So weather.gov/Morehead City. We can do tours. We can do all kinds of stuff for you. So it's great to be here in the community. We love everything here on the Crystal Coast. So thanks for coming and stopping by.
Yeah.
It's been like a pretty dreary start to summer, right? It doesn't really feel like
And cold.
early June. Even through like mid-May through early June, it's usually
I'm wearing jeans today.
right. It's pretty common to hit 100 degrees in May actually in
Yes.
eastern North Carolina, but not this year. So we have been in a kind of just an unfortunate pattern. Northeast winds persistent, so it's at least going to hang around for a few more days. But then looking out like after this weekend, so like maybe early next week, we might start to get into more of a summertime pattern. But at least through this weekend, it's still not looking like too good of weather to be out on the water. But
Sounds
hopefully
promising.
soon.
Is it going to be windy this weekend?
Yes, it looks like at least tomorrow will be windy.
Okay.
And then Sunday might be maybe improving conditions, but
Okay.
still not quite ideal weather. It's not going to feel quite like we would expect for this time of year with nice summertime conditions yet.
You got boat plans.
Well, that was
That's
just the
fun.
debate on the phone.
Yeah.
What were we going to do on Sunday? Because it was looking like possibly the only day that would work.
Sounds good. What are your thoughts here for the upcoming hurricane season? What kind of, the season started, I guess.
Started yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
So,
June
yeah.
1st and then runs through the end of November. So this year, the outlook is for around a normal season, which is something like around 15 hurricanes for the entire Atlantic basin. We don't really have the ability to say exactly what's going to happen here in eastern North Carolina yet, but in general for the Atlantic basin, the Atlantic Ocean, the southeast US, looking like around a normal year. So that doesn't really tell us much for preparing, right? So we say, prepare as the same as you would any other year, really regardless of what the outlook is any year. You should be prepared the same way, and that is be prepared for a storm to come here and affect us. Because even if we have a quiet year where there's only one storm, if that one storm comes here, it's a terrible year. So always be prepared. It only takes one storm is what we always say. So be prepared for that one storm to come here, and now's the time to prepare. We have time, there's no rush to do it, so you can, make sure, we're looking at things like just get an insurance checkup, make sure that you have your hurricane kit, make sure you know if you're in a flood zone, make sure you know your evacuation routes. What are you going to do with your family? What are you going to do with your pets if a hurricane comes? Now's the time to think about that. When we don't have to stress about it and we can sit down and calmly be like, okay, this is what my plan would be if that happened. Now's a perfect time to do that. And then beyond this, we hope that nothing comes here, but we live in the southeast, so we're always going to have the potential for something. So now's the time to prepare for that.
Absolutely. Check your generators, people.
Generators, that's a great one. And if you do have to use your generator, please use it outside. Put it outside. That's something that we run into whenever we have hurricanes.
Yes.
Please use generators outside.
And gas cans, you know how you're always looking for them during a storm? Go ahead and get a couple spare empty ones, just so you're ready if one's coming.
Yeah.
And then you're ready to go.
Sounds like you've been through that.
I have. And ice. Lots of ice is always the trick.
Awesome.
Ice, gas up your car now. Keep it, probably a good idea to keep it above half full for most of hurricane season, because when we do, we can usually give at least several days heads up when we're under threat of a storm.
Right.
It's incredible the amount of stuff that you're then going to have to do within that several days. So
Right.
the more you can do now, the less you have to do then, when you're also going to be stressing about a million different things.
That's right.
The little things.
Yep.
You know what I always do too is I have all my important papers, my insurance papers, guys, my passports, things like that, either in my safe where it's watertight, or I always put it in a Tupperware container, so that during storm season, if I've got to go quickly, I know I have the passwords, I have my insurance papers and all my contact information in the event I had to remove myself from the county and go seek shelter somewhere, that I had numbers to call people and start the process in the event we did have a storm that damaged my home.
That's smart. I
That's
hadn't
a
thought
good
about that.
And I like to take the time now for family that lives inland, invite them to come to the beach for a weekend so that if you do have to evacuate later in the season, you can call in that favor, have somewhere together. Remember that time? Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very good, Carl. I think that's the best advice you've given all day today. Well, thank you so much for your time today, and Kat, I'm glad you came out, and I hope you all have a great weekend. Bradbury Garner's here for you. If you want to go see some houses, give us a call.
We're here all weekend.
See ya.